This might be one of the most insane stories coming from the migration crisis that I've ever seen, and it's coming out of El Paso, Texas. If you do have a weak stomach, do not watch this video. But if you're ready to watch something absolutely insane, listen to this.
We begin in the ABC 7 Alert Center with breaking news and a warning. You may find the details of this story disturbing.
See, I wasn't kidding.
A woman accused in Mexico of several murders and body dismemberments, even removing victims' hearts, is arrested in El Paso. And within the last 10 minutes, ABC 7 obtained this arrest photo. She is Michelle Angelica Pineda, also known as La Cheli. She was wanted for 5 murders in Juarez. She's also suspected of being involved in several other killings. Investigators say she crossed illegally into the U.S. and was operating on behalf of the gang Artistas Asesinos, or assassin artists. The FBI says Pineda was known for extreme brutality, dismembering bodies, removing hearts, and placing the hearts in front of Santa Muerte statues. Authorities say they found guns, machetes, and fentanyl, as well as other drugs at the motel. El Paso's FBI says several law enforcement agencies worked together to arrest Pineda at an El Paso motel.
Okay. Am I the only one that listened to that story and was like, so is she operating by herself? Is she all high on fentanyl, just going crazy, just running around cutting out people's hearts and having her own Indiana Jones moment? What the frick? Golly. You know, this is the kind of story that will get pushed under the rug because it doesn't fit the narrative. And when things don't fit the narrative, we don't talk about it. Hey, no, it's just good people looking for good jobs. They're trying to escape something. They're not just, working with a cartel and cutting out people's hearts. And just yesterday, as well, I was going to do a story, but I didn't, where I saw this guy, this Uber driver that was picking up my illegal immigrants and migrants, whatever word you feel comfortable using, picking them up in Mexico and then driving them across the border, and cartel were shooting at the Uber driver because he wasn't authorized to transport them. Yeah, can you imagine being that dude that getting that? It's like, oh wow, a $300 trip, sick. And I can go across the border, awesome. I'm just gonna go pick them up. I'll be right back. Probably some drunk tourists, probably some drunk people trying to get some stem cell research or maybe some tren so they can get bulky. I don't know what's going on, but I support them and I need to make money. And then you get shot up. Oh, because it's a gang of illegal cartels that own the border. And if you don't go through them and pay your toll to the bridge troll, they'll shoot you and kill you. Or you'll be like this lady and just go around cutting out people's hearts and then giving them to your own fake god. Oh my God. I genuinely believe this is what will happen. 5 to 10 years from now, we're going to hear horror stories like we've never heard before that happened during this time of our open border, aka the most secure border ever. Thank you, Kamala Harris, for everything that you do as our border czar. I know you're working hard to make it better every day, and you can tell the change. We're going to hear horror stories. There's going to be movies. There's going to maybe not movies, because it doesn't fit the narrative again. I think there's a reason why you see mostly military-age men that come across the border, and it could be the right-wing conspiracy that the UN is taking over or something, or it could be it's because it's so effing dangerous to come across that border that the only people that could survive how dangerous that is are young men that can defend themselves, and they're less likely to be, raped, abused, murdered, all that kind of stuff. Maybe that's it. I don't know. How dare I say that? I know it goes against my own narrative that I'm supposed to talk about, but I think it's because it's so dangerous and the cartel are so insane that the only people that are willing to risk it are young men, because we're nuts. Have you ever heard of the gold rush? Have you heard of anything in history? Men typically will charge even when there's no hope. So shout out to those guys, the gold rush guys, because you created some awesome mining towns. I'm getting off topic. There's a psychotic killer on the loose. And I bet there's going to be more of these people. And maybe she's just high on fentanyl, just running around cutting out people's hearts. I have no idea. But that story is insane. That story is like the people that are coming across the border. I don't know how civilized some of these people are. Cutting out hearts? No big deal. It's part of our culture. Okay, don't be such a white supremacist. We go around cutting out a lot of hearts. Okay, you remember the Aztecs? We used to do that. We used to sacrifice virgins. So we've been making a lot of progress lately. We don't just sacrifice virgins anymore. We cut their hearts out and eat them while on fentanyl, so we can get a little closer to our own God. And who are you to judge? Have a wonderful day. And remember, there are people like this coming across the border. Because why not take advantage of a system that's completely broken? Why would a criminal do that? I've never heard of that before. You're right. It's the safest and secure border. And how dare I say that maybe, just maybe, 5% of the people coming across aren't good people. I know the repercussions that come from saying that is too on point. Have a great day. And remember, La Chile is arrested and she's coming to get you. Goodbye.